6 a.m. on this Monday morning. Thanks so much for being here with us on Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis.
And I'm Tim Pham. Well, your body may feel like 5 a.m., but it is 6 a.m., friends, and we are going to make it through this Monday. We're glad you're with us. It's exciting, though, because in the show open, you heard Thomas say 60 degrees this weekend. So, Thomas, is it too early to start looking forward to the weekend?
It is never too early to start looking forward to the weekend. Even if it feels like 5 a.m. on a Monday, we already got our eyes planned on this weekend. But let's get you ready for the day ahead today as well. Our current temperature is not too bad, mid-30s for the most part here. I see as cool as 33 Deer Park and 32 in St. Mary's, but as warm as 41 in Grand Coulee. So at least above the freezing mark most everywhere, and that always feels a little bit better, especially compared to the 20s, teens, and single digits from last week. Though we'll track a few rain shower chances today, tonight, and tomorrow. It's all on the west side right now, so our earliest rain chances won't be until this afternoon. Scattered at first, but becoming more widespread and more likely during the evening hours tonight. So that should get us set for the day. Not quite 60 degrees just yet, but it is in our extended forecast.
Well, in just a few hours, the Gonzaga men and women's basketball teams will play in the semifinals of the WCC tournament.
KREM 2's Andrew Quinn and Travis Green join us from Sin City with a preview of the big games.
Good morning, everybody, from Las Vegas. If you can't tell, right behind us, the Orleans Arena, where the WCC tournament is underway. And today, Gonzaga men and women both in action in the semifinals. And Andrew, when you look at the men, this is a team that's got a chip on their shoulder.
There's no doubt about it, from the early season struggles to the doubters they've had in the media to even getting snubbed for the WCC individual awards. It's safe to say this team has a lot to prove this week.
The chip on our shoulder only got bigger, and we've heard all the doubters all year, especially in the preseason. Everybody was hating on us, and especially with these awards that's coming out, I think some guys will have a little bigger chip on their shoulder, but it's just all fuel to the fire. We're a competitive group, and so I don't know if we necessarily needed extra motivation, but if we did, I think that certainly provided it for some guys.
And as for the Gonzaga women, Travis, they'll take on Pacific, and despite a perfect conference slate, this team still has a lot to play for.
Absolutely, Andrew. They are a lock for the March Madness tournament, but what they aren't a lock for is hosting games in the Kennel, a top 16 seed on the line if they get this conference tournament championship.
I think if we can play how we know how to play, then that's going to have a positive end for us, and then that would lead us, with the most recent reveal. They do have us there, and it still requires other people to do things. It's not totally dependent on us, but that's the only part that we can control.
I think it's just super exciting to know the position that we've gotten ourselves in, and if that's what our ranking shows, then I'm grateful for it. But I think if anything, it's just a test to what we've been able to do this semester, and we really do want to host here at Spokane, so we're just going to continue working towards that goal.
Now the day's festivities will get kicked off here at noon when the Gonzaga women take on Pacific.
And then you'll need a couple cups of coffee.
Oh boy.
Because the Gonzaga men tip off at 8:30. Might even get pushed a little bit against San Francisco. Either way, we'll have all your coverage of those games right here on KREM 2.
Reporting in Las Vegas for Travis Green, I'm Andrew Quinn for KREM 2 Sports.
Oh, it's going to be an action-packed day. Andrew and Travis will bring us live coverage throughout the whole WCC and Pac-12 tournaments, so be sure to tune in to KREM 2 News all day to catch it all.
And switching now to football, former Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson announced on social media that he's heading to Pittsburgh to play for the Steelers. The 9-time Pro Bowler and Super Bowl champ will reportedly sign a team-friendly one-year deal in which the Broncos will end up paying $38 million of his salary while Wilson plays for Pittsburgh. Wilson is expected to compete with Kenny Pickett, though, for the starting job next season.
In case you missed it, Spokane Velocity FC played their first game against Greenville Triumph on Saturday. Unfortunately, they lost to the Triumph 3-1. KREM 2 has been covering the Velocity and their journey to their inaugural season.
They've been working really hard, putting in great preparation. We're really happy where the club is at right now. Coach Wiedemann has been doing it the right way, but we also know it takes time. Brand new expansion team, it takes time to gel.
Absolutely. The Velocity FC's home opener is set for this Saturday, March 16th at 2 p.m. So for tickets and where to watch, you can just head on over to the team's website. And we also want to let you know that KREM 2 is partnering with the team. KREM 2 and KSKN 22 will televise a minimum of 6 matches throughout the season. And as we get closer, we'll be sure to let you know when those matches will air. All right, the time now is 6:05. This morning, the legislative season is officially over, and Washington voters will have new initiatives on their ballots this November. This comes after 3 were passed by legislators last week. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones live in the newsroom for us right now. So, Brandon, what will voters see come November? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Tim. For starters, enough voters signed petitions to qualify 6 initiatives for the ballot. 3 of those were passed by legislators, including a new measure to give police greater ability to pursue people in vehicles. The other 3 will be left up to voters during the November election. Those 3 initiatives represent a call for repealing the state's Climate Commitment Act, repealing the capital gains tax, and letting people opt out of the long-term care program. All of those initiatives were sponsored by State Representative and Republican Party Chair Jim Walsh, and he says it was easy finding voters who were fed up with the new taxes.
We can afford these tax reforms and repeals without putting any hardship on the basic functions of the state government.
Other representatives say without the climate law, road projects would be canceled, and if the capital gains tax is thrown out, schools and child care facilities would lose funding. Governor Jay Inslee has vowed to use his remaining time in office to defend the measures.
Those initiatives jointly would kneecap, would blow a hole in all of these benefits that Washingtonians are now enjoying. And I do not believe that Washingtonians want to gut our funding for schools. I don't think they want to gut our funding for transportation.
Governor Inslee also says eliminating the Climate Commitment Act would also increase pollution in the state. For now, reporting in the newsroom, I'm Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
All right, Brandon, thank you. And this morning, time is running out to vote in Washington's presidential primary election. They are due tomorrow. You'll need to put them in a drop box or have them postmarked by 8 p.m. for your vote to count. You also need to select a party on the outside of the envelope. This is the only time that you'll need to do that. Your party affiliation will be removed from your voter record 60 days after results are certified come November. You can vote for anybody you choose regardless of your party.
It is 6:08. Let's take a look at your morning rush. More news in less time. Over the weekend, Spokane police arrested a driver for causing a crash while under the influence. Police say 30-year-old Cheyenne Bailey crashed into a car stopped at a red light on Sprague and Havana on Saturday night. The driver of the car was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Bailey was arrested for DUI, vehicular assault, and 3 other assault charges for assaulting nurses at the hospital. Police in Nevada arrested a patient who escaped a Spokane Valley hospital last week. Police say 28-year-old Jamil Field and a woman who helped him escape were arrested in Reno on Friday. They'll be held in Nevada until they can be extradited back to Spokane County. A federal judge dismissed a legal challenge to Washington's new gun law. The law prohibits the sale, distribution, manufacture, and importation of more than 50 types of guns. The plaintiffs in the case include Sharpshooting, a gun store here in Spokane. They claim the new law violated their Second Amendment rights. A federal judge sided with Attorney General Bob Ferguson and dismissed the suit. And that's a look at your morning rush.
Time is now 6:09 and our temperatures aren't too bad for this morning. We are starting out the day above the freezing mark at 36 degrees currently in Spokane, but we want some much warmer weather in our forecast. Not a whole lot of change today compared to this weekend, but next weekend, I think we could say hello to the spring season. This is the long-term outlook, and it's very warm for the Pacific Northwest, but also very dry. That just means sunny skies and likely temperatures all the way into the 60s for this Saturday and Sunday. That to look forward to. But we have a few rain chances to get through for today and tomorrow. We'll go over that in a bit more detail in my full forecast in about 10 minutes.